Because in trading, one little mistake can set you back tremendously. You risk too much, you go against your training plan, all your hard work, all the correct decisions can be taken away from you in an instant. 1 minute of rage, one minor impulsive decision can undo all your hard work within minutes. Because what happens if you go against your trading plan, but the trade comes in? Your subconscious mind, your animal mind, latches onto that and say the decision, the choice, the action was justified. So you'll do it again. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another weekly reflection. Welcome back to another weekly recap. So it is currently the 28th of February 2025. And as always, I want to give you guys an update of the past trading week, my wins, my losses, my mindset, my attitude, my beliefs, my behavior. Just giving you guys an update and keeping myself accountable. So this past trading week, where do I start? Where do I begin? You've probably seen from the title, you know I messed up, okay? And as always, I like doing these weekly reflections because they're very important, very meaningful for me, because it just helps me keep a diary of every single week. And also I hope it can help you in multiple ways, because obviously we know, personally for me, the hardest thing in trading is not the technicals, it's the mindset. We all know what to do, okay? Every trader who has skin in the game, who has experience in the game, they know what to do, you know, they know the beliefs, they know how they should think, they know how they should operate, they know how they should position themselves in the market, but doing it consistently over a long period of time, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, for me is very challenging, very difficult. And I could have quite easily not do this video because this is the first losing week, the first trade that I've taken, which is against my trading plan. I could have easily not done this video, but you know, that's not real. I want to be truthful on this channel. I want to be truthful to myself, because at the end of the day on this channel, I want to give a realistic journey of a trader who is trying to achieve greatness, a trader who is trying to achieve self-mastery. And you know, the most important thing for me is being honest and authentic, because I could quite easily put out a trading video and I could just show all wins. But for me, you know, that doesn't resonate with me. I want to be truthful, I want to be honest, I want to share the real journey, because obviously on this channel I talk a lot about mindset, the technicals, the psychology, and I don't want to give you guys the impression that I'm a perfect trader. I said it in my last video, I still struggle, I still have those self-sabotaging habits, and I still struggle with the psychology aspect, but I know for sure I'm getting better every day, every week, every month, every year that passes, every trade I take, I'm slowly getting better, okay? And this is the journey of a trader. The journey of a trader is very long, it's very slow, it's very repetitive, and this is why multiple people drop every single day. So let me give you an update of the past 5 days, okay? So the past 5 days, I executed one trading position, and this trading position I should not have taken. I gave into emotion, I gave into temptation, I gave into impulse, and what was the result? I ended up losing the trade. I broke my trading plan, I compromised, I deviated, and I'm very pissed off with that, because you know, I'm always talking about those two battles within. And on Wednesday, okay, so 2 days ago now, because it's Friday today, Wednesday afternoon, I deviated, I compromised, I went against my trading plan, I went against everything that I believe in, everything that I stand for, and yeah, you know, I just fell, I made a mistake. And that's why it's very important to do these weekly reflections, to not let these bad habits, to not let these mistakes get you, you know, it is what it is, we all make mistakes, and we have to learn, we have to journal it, we have to learn, we have to grow, we have to learn. So I'll bring up the screenshots now. As you can see, I got into the position, I got in, and then 2-3 hours later it stopped me out straight away for -1. So that was all the trading positions I executed this week. I took one trade, I shouldn't have taken it. Following my trading plan this week, I've just gone over the markets for the past 5 days. I should not have taken any trading positions. However, on Wednesday, I gave into temptation, I gave into impulse, I lost control, I lost my emotions, I lost myself in the heat of battle, and I entered a trading position that I know was against my plan, but I still did it. And over the last few hours, I've been thinking back to why did I take that trade? Why did I go against my plan, okay? And I can boil it down to 2 reasons. Number one, I should not have been on the charts. I always talk about if you do not need to be on the charts, you should get off there, because if you're on the charts, the animal brain will come online and you'll start looking for positions that you know you should take, because you know you can make money, there's abundance of choices you can make, there's temptation, there's impulse, and that's one of the reasons, okay? And number 2 is this month for me has been a great month. I was up 7.5% at the start of the week, and now I'm up 6.5% profit. So for me, it was like, yeah, it was a great month. And I was thinking, you know what, I had that buffer, I had that profit. Let's take a trade. It's only 1%, which again is very annoying, is very frustrating. And this is what I always talk about. Every single day, you have to fight. Every single day, there's a battle between your two minds, the animal brain and the human brain. And this is the fight. This this is the struggle that many traders face. But one thing I'm very happy with is controlling my risk, okay? Because always talking about my journey, my experience, the old me, I used to revenge trade heavily. I would never stick to 1% risk. For me, 1% risk was too slow, it was too boring. I was in that gambling mindset. I was thinking short term. This week, I went against my plan. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, I got stopped out for 1%, but I'm happy that I controlled my risk, because for me, risk management, I will never compromise. I will never deviate on risk management. I feel like it's the most important thing, because it's the highest form of self-love. It's the highest form of self-respect for yourself, for your family, for your bloodline. So that was my week in a nutshell, guys. I took one trade. I shouldn't have taken it. I compromised. I deviated. I went against my plan. I'm very annoyed. I'm very pissed off with myself. You know, you journal it. You take the lesson. You move forward. But the thing what really annoyed me is because in the moment I knew it was wrong. In the moment I knew I was like, yo, you shouldn't be taking this trade, but I took it anyway. And this is the fight between the two minds. This is why trading is so ruthless. This is why many people come and go, many people crash and burn. It's managing those two minds, because in the moment I knew I shouldn't have taken that trade. Regardless if my risk is 1% or not, I compromised, I deviated, and I will not accept that. I will not tolerate that, okay? So I entered the trading position. 1, 2, 3 hours later, it stopped me out. I was down 1%, pissed off, annoyed. I was like, why did you do that? And yes, you know, you may think it's only 1%, but in trading, like I said, every decision you make compounds positively or negatively. Because what happens if you go against your trading plan, but the trade comes in? Your subconscious mind, your animal mind, latches onto that and say the decision, the choice, the action was justified. So you do it again. Small little processes, small little incremental decisions that chip away at our discipline every single day. Because that's the worst thing that can happen. If you go against your trading plan, if you go against your trading style, and the trading position comes in, you are a ticking time bomb. So luckily, it went against me. I was like, you put your hand in your fire, you got that. Simple as that. You do not compromise, you do not deviate from your training plan. And as always, I always have writing reflections that I go over, writing reflections that I write every single day. I always go back over them because it helps me. For me, writing, reading, reflecting is like a meditation for my mind. So this writing reflection I want to share with you guys is something that I always read to myself when I mess up, when I make a mistake, when I do something that I know is wrong, okay? And it helps bring me back into central. It helps me become more disciplined. It puts me in that state of focus and clarity. So I want to quickly share this writing
Rod is here,
and then we can quickly discuss it after. So let's get to it. There is no room for error in this game. No room for weakness against this enemy. One little mistake can set you back tremendously. You risk too much, you go against your plan, all your hard work, all the correct decisions you make can be taken away from you in an instant. 1 minute of rage, one minor impulsive decision can undo all your hard work within minutes, setting you back days, weeks, months, even years for some. This game, this market is ruthless. Any weakness will be exploited. There is a reason why 90% don't make the cut. 90% of people have zero self-control. 90% of people have zero self-accountability. Understand, self-accountability and discipline is king. And your job is to build yourself into an unbreakable, unshakable individual in all rounds of life. Unmatched self-discipline, unmatched focus, fully responsible and accountable for everything in your life. Anything less than personal excellence will not make the cut in this game. Over the top, maybe. Obsessive, absolutely. But for me, this is what it takes. A price must be paid for greatness. Are you willing to pay? So for me, this writing reflection is very hard. Every time I read this to myself, every time I meditate on this writing reflection, it brings me back in control. It brings me back ready to act and behave and operate the way I should. Disciplined, stoic trader, okay? Achieving greatness, achieving self-mastery in this game. Because in trading, one little mistake can set you back tremendously. You risk too much, you go against your trading plan, all your hard work, all the correct decisions can be taken away from you in an instant. 1 minute of rage, one minor impulsive decision can undo all your hard work within minutes. Because the old me, the previous me, this would happen to me so many times. I would be up 3, 4, 5% in a month, and then all of a sudden I would go balls deep. All of a sudden I would go all in. 1 minute of rage, one minor impulsive decision can undo all your hard work. Okay, I'd be up 3, 4, 5%, and then I would take a trade. It would hit me out minus 1%. I would revenge trade, risking 2%. And all of a sudden, I've lost all my profit. I've lost all my gains. I've lost all my advantage for the month. This is why there is no room for weakness in this game. One thing you need to realize and understand and embrace is you're always going to make mistakes. Okay? You make small mistakes as you progress, as you elevate as a trader.
Rod is here.
Previously, in the early stage of my training journey, mistakes would be heavy, they would be always compounded, there would be heavy losses, but now there's small little losses, okay? I make small little mistakes and I get better and better. So you need to accept and embrace you're going to make mistakes, regardless of how much capital you have, regardless of how long you've been trading, your mind is always going to be challenged and threatened in the trading realm. This is why we have to hold the line, this is why we have to daily reflect. The most important thing is being accountable. Being responsible and accountable for everything in your life. Trading, life, everything is your fault, everything you need to be accountable for. So that's what I'm doing this week, okay? I'm journaling it down, I made a trading error, I went against my plan, I will not let it happen again. So guys, that is my trading weekly recap, that's my trading weekly reflection. I hope you've had a brilliant month, I hope you've had a brilliant trading week. So it's the 28th of February, February's done for me, it's been a great month. Yes, we had a minor setback this week, but overall, I'm feeling very focused, I'm feeling very grateful, that's the most important thing. Trading for me this past 2 months has been great. I'm very grateful and blessed to be able to trade these markets, to be able to pull out money from these markets. And yeah, I just love this game so much, okay? As always, I said in my last video, trading is you against you, okay? Life is you against you in all rounds. And that's why I love it so much. I will never stop. I will never surrender. I will keep pushing. I will keep pushing my mind. I will keep trying to be better as always. So I hope you guys have had a great trading month. I hope you guys have had a great trading week. You know, as always, it's the end of the month, it's the end of the week. Do your weekly reflections, weekly recap. What did you learn? What were your strengths? What were your weaknesses? What are you going to double down on? What are you applying into March? What are you taking away? So that is today's video, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, taking the time out of your day to watch these videos. It does mean a lot, and I do enjoy doing them for myself. And I hope, as always, I hope they resonate and help you guys, because we are all in this battle together. We all want to achieve greatness. We all want to achieve personal excellence. Trading is just a great vehicle to do that. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of the video, the good, the bad as always. And I'll see you all in the next one.
Rod is here.
Mm-hmm.